Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, 5-Star Lore. My name is Lauren. If you are new here, on this channel, we help Black women leave the stress of everyday life behind to live carefree, joyful, and unapologetic lives. Now, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos and content. So today we're going to be talking about why you should not abandon your plans completely. And really, I have two main talking points. The first one being why it's important to not abandon your plans, and two, the things that you can do instead of abandoning your plans. So I'll start off with a quick story time. So I've been gone off of social media and creating content for the past several weeks because I experienced a severe life change that led me to not wanting to do anything related to creating content or creating videos, anything social media related really. Like getting behind the camera and creating videos and being happy and motivational and engaging. I just was like, no, I'm not about to do it. Like I did not have the energy to do it, which is understandable because I went through this life change that really I needed to sit down, take the time to heal and to feel good again, and to actually give myself the grace that I needed to be able to like stop and reset. I just was not in the proper headspace to know that I would have to get behind the video and make some type of content. Like that just was not happening for me. So I took the time that I needed, like whether that was going to be 1 week, 2 weeks, or more than that, like I was going to take the time that I thought was necessary to be able to be ready to be back behind the camera. And here I am today, not saying that I'm 100% better, but I'm definitely in a better headspace to be able to sit behind the camera and to create some content. So I say all this to say that you should not abandon your plans. Why you should not abandon your plans completely is because you are ultimately the one who is going to suffer or face regret at the end of the day about abandoning those plans or those goals that you set forth for yourself. So I just explained, like I had this life-changing moment that happened and I had to sit and reflect and heal and be ready to continue on what I was doing previously, but I did not abandon my plans completely. A lot of us make plans and goals and resolutions maybe at the beginning of the year, or as the year starts to go on, we make these different plans and we set these plans and goals that we have for ourselves. And that could be anything. It could be going to work out regularly. It could be making content consistently. It can be reading more. Whatever those plans and those goals that you set for yourself, either at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, there's a reason why you are setting these plans and you are making that commitment to yourself. There's a reason why you're putting the time, the energy, and the effort to making sure that these plans happen. And when you decide to abandon those plans completely, what's happening? You know, what's going to happen? You don't want to, as I've said before, you don't want to look back and think about the would-haves, the could-haves, and the should-haves for these things that you have planned for yourself, and then you just let them go. You decided that you no longer wanted to commit to them because maybe it got hard or you faced a life change that was really hard for you. All you do is you stop and you think, what's going to happen if I do not continue on with these plans? Who suffers the most and who faces the regret when you don't continue on with those plans? More than likely, it is you, because you put in this time and this effort and this energy into these plans. You made this commitment to yourself, so why not keep going with it? So if you ever have these moments where you're thinking about abandoning some plans or some goals that you set forth for yourself, I have some alternatives that can help you to not do that and to think about doing something else instead. So here's what you can do instead of abandoning your plans completely. Number one, which I think is the most important and is also what I had to do, was to rediscover your why. Why are you doing this in the first place? why did you set this plan or this goal for yourself maybe at the beginning of the year or as the year went along? Why did you put this plan into motion? What made you want to commit and put the time, energy, and effort into this plan? I think it's so important that we always are rediscovering why we're doing something, because it's easy for us to forget why and for that to get lost in translation. We often, life gets the best of us, and we start to forget why we're doing things in the first place. For me, my why and rediscovering my why, it came from, I'm making this video content because I have something to say. I know that there are other Black women out there in the world, on the internet, that need to hear the message that I have, and that will benefit from me talking about my experiences and how my experiences can maybe impact their lives. So I had to rediscover that why in the midst of my healing and my taking the space that I needed to be able to come back behind the camera and create this content. But that's something that you need to do as well. If you are feeling like you're ready to abandon your plans, or if you're feeling like these goals that you have for yourself are not attainable, rediscover your why. Rediscover what it is that drew you to doing this and making these plans in the first place. The next thing you can do that goes hand in hand is to strategize and regroup. It's so important to have a strategy and to be able to regroup and replan that plan that you already had, because sometimes it gets lost in translation. As I said, sometimes you forget. So you have to strategize and figure out what it is that you're going to do next. What are those next steps? And you just regroup. So for me, what has helped, and I've said this in a previous video, which I will link below, it helps for me to have daily journaling practices. So doing journaling daily definitely helps me. Like, it helps me to get everything that I need to get in order. Like, getting all of these thoughts onto some paper helps me so much. It helps me tremendously because I'm able to see where my head is at and what I need to do to be able to plan. And also just having that planner, like it's in the title, your plan. Your planner will help you to figure out what you need to do and how you can set yourself up for success. I think it's so important to have those tools. Like, it helps me personally, like just to have my daily journaling and my planner to help set me up for success. And that way I'm able to strategize and I'm able to regroup and determine what I need to do next for myself. That definitely helped me this go around, because I know that I want to push out content for people, especially in terms of the messaging that I want to get out, and also to support my life coaching entrepreneurial work. Like, I need to be able to put out this content so people can see the face behind the brand. And shout out to my friend, she knows who she is. She did 31 days of content, and I was really inspired because it's possible. Like, you just have to set yourself up and plan. I saw that she posted her planner that she had with her content, and that really inspired and motivated me to actually sit down and have a plan, because it can be overwhelming, like to take several weeks off from creating content and then just hopping right back into it and not having a plan. So for me, printing out weekly planning sheets, so I'm able to plan, like, okay, Monday through Friday, here's what I'm going to post on social media, here's what I'm going to talk about on YouTube, just having that plan. So shout out to my friend. She definitely motivated and inspired me to get back into wanting to set myself up for success and have this plan moving forward, so that I'm not overwhelmed, so that I'm not thinking about things the day of, because that just leads to me shutting down and not wanting to do it at all. The second thing that, or is it the third? I don't know. But another thing that helps for you to not abandon your plans completely is to have that supporting to have that support around you. So family, friends, other colleagues, people in spaces that are doing what you want to do, that definitely helps. Having that motivating factor, it helps to have that additional support. Like I said, I have my friend who I watched her content. She asked me, like, what's going on with your content, girl? Like, how come you haven't been posting? And just having that motivating support is definitely needed, especially when it comes to having plans and having goals for yourself. Letting other people know that you trust what your plans and your goals are, because they can be that additional support that you think that you don't have but you actually do have and that you need. Like, they can check in on you and they can hold you accountable, which is what I've talked about in another video, like holding yourself accountable, having those accountability groups, having those friends and those family members that know what you're doing, and they will notice, like, okay, I haven't seen you going to the gym lately, like, what's going on? I haven't seen you going to these networking events, what's going on? Or you haven't been posting a lot of content, are you okay? Do you need some help? Like, having that extra accountability definitely helps, and you need that support to be able to push forward and to ensure that your plans are not just falling by the wayside and you're not abandoning them completely. And if you find that you're struggling to have the support, or you need more additional support, like you're not getting it right away, then I can be that for you. Like, I have motivational and engaging content that can definitely lead you towards your goals and towards your plans. Like, I can be your internet support system. Like, trust me, I can do that. And if that's not enough, like, I also have a free workbook guide that will help you and motivate you to get your life plan in order, to help you enact some goals that you might have for yourself, and just to see where you're standing at in terms of the plans and the goals that you have for yourself. And if you need even further assistance and if you need further support, I have life coaching services. I do offer life coaching to Black women, and I will help you set up some goals that you have for yourself and make those plans and see them happen, because I'm all about, as I said, Black women leaving the stress behind and creating some joy and excitement in your life. So if that's interesting, I will link all of that for you down below. But just to recap, it's important for you not to completely abandon your plans. It's understandable that life happens, life gets in the way, but don't abandon your plans completely. Remember the commitment that you set for yourself, possibly at the beginning of the year or throughout the year. Think about why you actually wanted to make these plans in the first place. Like, what is it that compelled you to make these plans and these goals for yourselves? And rediscovering that why, having a strategy and regrouping will definitely help you to not abandon your plans. And also having that motivational support around you, having a great support system definitely helps. So yes, if this resonated with you, please make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you check out my resources below for the workbook guide. And also, if you're interested in some life coaching, I will have that information linked below as well. But I wanted to say thank you for tuning in, and remember to keep going with your plans. We're nearing the end of the year. Don't abandon those plans completely, because, like I said, at the end of the day, who suffers from abandoning your plans? Only you do, and you don't want to live with the regret of knowing that you could have did something, but you didn't because you just decided to abandon those plans completely. So I will see y'all in the next one, and I hope this video resonated, and I hope it helps. Bye, y'all.